Hi, Marco here with GDI. We'll talk about the PROM L model rifle optic mount. We build this in 30mm, 34mm, 35mm, and we also build them in 0 MOA, 25 MOA, and 45 MOA cants. We have it here set up. It's a quick detach system, dual auto locking levers. Both levers lock when they close, automatically lock. It's a quick on, quick off system. Just pop it on, close them both. That's it, you're in. The mounts are adjustable to Warner out of spec rails. Simple slot drive screwdriver adjustment here allows for tension to be adjusted on each screw. So if you have on each lever. So if you have a mount that's not fitting on the rail properly, just make a slight adjustment. You can adjust this tension so that they're both mirroring each other in tension. Close it down, lock it down, you're good to go. I'm going to move on here to the Trijicon ACOG mount. One of them that we build is our Archon B model, as in Bravo. Mount is, again, quick on, quick off system. This is set up to be used with backup iron sights. Here we have the Magpul M bus. Pop it on, get it zeroed, lock it down, and it rides up and over the backup iron sight to allow the shooter proper eye relief positioning of the optic. 4-power Trijicon ACOG has 1.5 inches of eye relief. So that's pretty critical. Some shooters will try and solve for the eye relief by adjusting the stock. Others would prefer the natural length of pull and perhaps leaving the stock out adjusted the way they like it. In that case there, our mount will position the optic further rearward towards the shooter, so the shooter doesn't have to come off with their natural cheek weld and crane their neck. Once again, quick on, quick off system. The mounts are adjustable again to Warner out of spec rails. This slot drive screwdriver configuration is real easy. Everybody has one here. It's an auto torquing mechanism there. So once that gets locked onto the rail, that shooter with his rifle can adjust it to accommodate it. What we advise is marking the rail, whether you're using a paint pen or a nail polish, put a drop there, or just make note of which rail location you're putting it in. And if you take it off for cleaning, maintenance, different optic configuration, this goes with all our quick detach mounts, you can put it back on with a return to 0.01 MOA. That's 1/100th of an inch of return to zero capability. We measure that because most guys can't shoot unless you're a bench rest guy, 1/100th of an inch group or deviation. We test in the lab using a collimator, and that proves out everything, removing the variables and environmentals in the shooter themselves. Moving on from this capability, a lot of the shooters like to go from magnified glass to red dot reflex sight, and so they'll carry something like an Aimpoint Micro or Trijicon RMR in one of our standalone mounts. They'll have that in their kit as backup, and if they're out there and terrain changes, guys will go from magnified, swap this out, and just drop on one of our red dot sight mounts. Simple as that, no tools required. So usually what the shooter will do is they'll put their micro on, mark the rail, get it zeroed, take it off, get it stowed. They did the same thing with the ACOG earlier. Pop it on the rail, mark it, get it zeroed, and now they can swap back and forth at will, just like we're doing here, depending on the terrain change. You need the magnified glass for open areas to get eyes on. You're moving through some channelized areas or heavily wooded areas. If you're out there hunting and you want to swap over to a reflex type sight, you have that capability. Also for a law enforcement officer, etc., who might have different mission requirements during their encounter. Moving on from the micro mount and the Trijicon MRO mount, this one here, once again, quick on, quick off system. As with all our red dot sights, we build them in 4 different co-witness heights for the micro, for the MRO, for the Trijicon RMR. As an example, we build them in an absolute co-witness, pumpkin on a fence post type sight picture. That's what this one is. This is our MS5 OSM, and that'll give you the red dot sitting on top of the front sight post. Our micro mount that we just went over is also in that same absolute co-witness configuration for direct gas pigeon systems. The other variant that we make for DJI platforms is lower 1/3. It's pretty popular. Positions the optic or the sight up just slightly higher so that the front sight post tip is down in the lower 1/3 of the sight picture. And then we build 2 other platforms or mount interfaces for the different platforms out there, like the HK 416 family. POF I also notices uses the same type of geometry there in direct relation to the height of the front sight post tip above the rail. So once again, not all gas piston platforms are the same. HKs, POFs, and there's a few others that utilize that geometry, build a special mount for that to give those shooters a lower 1/3 co-witness as well. So it's a slightly shorter mount than the direct gas impingement systems. And then the final configuration, we build a ultra low version, and that's to be mounted if you're going to put your red dot on, say, a subgun, a shotgun, PS90 AK, something of that nature, where it's not in a DGI or 416 type gas piston system. So once again, quick on, quick off, locks it on, quick adjustability, and that's it for GDI.